Okay. All right, community meeting. Did you get a haircut? Looks good.
I did. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
You're missing something, though.
What am I? Oh, my crown.
Yes.
I know. I decided to take it off.
No. You got to put it on for posterity.
I want to represent a professional atmosphere on this project.
Too late.
That's true. I'll put it on for a second.
Okay.
If I can figure it out.
You just did.
Filters. Oh, I like this one better, actually. Oh, I didn't know it'd be noir.
Oh, Noir Larry. The crown was better.
I like the crown better.
There we go. Okay. There. You deserve that. You know why?
I don't.
Because you listened to me and you created the custom apps.
I did. That's true.
And it's everything we hoped it would be and more.
It was a lot easier than I was making it. So what was it called? The HTML, what is it? What was this thing?
HTMX?
No, not HTMX, although you could use that. But the other small web.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you're using?
No, but I was inspired by it.
Oh, okay. Because we need to be using Dino instead of Node.
Well, it's using
and TypeScript instead of JavaScript.
Python right now, but
yeah,
it's okay.
Sad times. It makes me cry.
It's experimental. It needs.
No, it's definitely experimental.
But it's already quite useful. I've built several custom apps that I love already.
So I'm going to quickly show what it is, and then we can talk a little bit about it. And then I've got some other ideas. I'm not going to, if we have time, we can go through some of the other stuff that we delivered. But right now, I think this is the most pressing. I think there's two things, actually, but that's the first one.
Okay.
So for anybody watching, once you update, because this is experimental, you have to go to config systems, and you'll have to enable it. Once you do, you'll see custom apps here. I do like, I think I showed you the way that, what is it? AI Studio does, Google. Something kind of like this, right?
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good next step.
I like that.
But yeah, I think it's good. I don't have any custom apps in this instance. It's my demo, but I do on this one, which is kind of my main one. At least, oh no, that's on my laptop. Never mind.
You have a lot of Omnidecks.
Still got to solve that problem. I've got 3 on this instance and 2 on the other one.
Oh yeah, we should rename that to apps. I agree with that. But custom apps, I already don't like. Now that you said that.
Yeah, because they're just apps.
Yeah, they're just apps. That's right.
Do you want to show off some of the examples you have?
Sure.
Stop. I'll let you take control.
Do you? Oh, okay. Let me go hide all my conversations and tabs, so I don't reveal anything revealing. I guess.
Private.
Not that I do anything nefarious. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you can share just one tab. That's cool. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I have gone on a bit of a custom apps tear. Now that I have it, I was like, realized I couldn't live without it. So I built several. This one was just a silly, fun one. It's really not anything like you would really use, but this was like one that I built while I was just building, like when I was building custom apps, I built this along with it.
What's it?
It's just like a toy. I don't even know what it's. I told the thing to build a custom app, and it did this, and so
wow,
it was pretty cool though. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but
yeah, I can hear.
I thought it was kind of fun. And then the interesting thing is you can save, I guess you call this a world, but you can save it and it persists it to, oh, never mind. Take that back. I think this one was built prior to a refactor I did.
No worries.
So anyway, forget you saw that one, but going back to the real meat, this is the one that, oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. Tells you which one is set to the home as your home, which projects is the one I have set home. But this one was the one, to me, that's my personal killer app. So this is the IDE app that I built as
Where
part
are you
of,
in the terminal? Is that just in the home directory?
it's wherever you set as the
PWD.
workspace. Right now it's home Omnideck, yeah.
Okay.
But if I went up here and did, I don't know.
Apps.
If I do and did like, where the hell are my custom apps?
Under apps.
Apps, there we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like this is actually itself the app. So you can set it as the root. So this is literally the custom app actually. That Omnideck built this whole thing for me, mostly. But this is the custom app. So this is actually the code for it. So it's pretty meta, but kind of cool. Yeah, I think this thing, let's see, I think it changes to the
cool
workspace you're set
is that
to.
just like the, whatever it is, the open source VS Code?
It's
not
well,
VS
it's
Code.
just built from scratch, but it's not using any like open source. I mean, it's using some open source code for the editor and the highlighting, the numbering. I think it's called, I forget what it's called, doesn't matter. But anyway, basically the point is now, like the first thing I ever wanted for Omnideck was basically an IDE that I could use to like access the files inside the Omnideck container itself. And so that's what I built here. And I love it so much. And it's got like, if you make a change, it's got like a bit of a get thing going on. So if I make some kind of change here, it'll probably show that it's saved. Yeah. So you can like see the diff. I put like a line.
Pretty awesome for a custom app.
I mean, pretty awesome for something that got built in an hour.
Yeah.
And that you can now host inside Omnideck. So a couple of other cool features of custom apps, not just this one, but this one being one of my favorite custom apps so far is that you could either just tell it to open a chat. So you can like kind of dock it next to the existing previews.
Right.
And so now it's like riding along with whichever conversation you have open. It'll stay open until you close it. So if you start a new conversation or you open up one of your other conversations from the past, it will stay open and persist. You close it when you don't want it to be open anymore. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then another cool thing as part of the custom apps or apps SDK is you can do a thing like this, highlight some text, right click, ask Omnideck about selection. Then it just, for now, it just precedes the input, whatever this thing is called, right? With a preceded message, the code that was highlighted, and then some more context about it. I want to make this like a lot more embedded, like adding context to your agent, like making the agent contextually aware.
That's a larger endeavor.
It's a larger effort for sure. But even just having this is amazing because now the thing will know, oh, here's where the file is and all this other stuff and go straight to it. So that's pretty cool. And let's see, I think that's kind of, I mean, you can kind of do that. In this particular custom app, I went a little crazy. So I just integrated Omnideck everywhere. And there's even an Omnidex CLI that I built here.
Isn't that going to be confusing to people?
Well, I don't suggest people to use this, to be honest with you. This is all me. This is just me experimenting. So I wouldn't suggest anybody use that. I would focus on the custom apps. I'm just kind of showing like all the crazy stuff you can do. Yeah. Some people want to go crazy. Some people want to be a little bit more on Rails, and that's either way is fine. So the other custom app that is kind of interesting that I built is what I have set as my home now. And this is not as polished. It's not, I didn't spend a lot of time building this, but the idea was based around something you had talked about where people wanted to be able to provide more structure within Omnideck and be able to create projects. So this is a first custom app attempt at that. And you can kind of like create a project, and then you can put inside that project, you can add things to it. I'm not exactly sure how you do that, actually. I think you do it from the what's called the inbox. I don't really love this, but the point is you come in here and create a project.
Example.
It's an example.
Yeah.
You can add things to it. You could add, so you could have a project. It doesn't move the files around on disk. It just creates a project and creates like a link to the things. But you can have a project where you add a bunch of your, conversations. You can put artifacts in it. You can put other stuff in there and just kind of like link everything together. So you can have like one view of things. You can get like some meta information about like how big the conversation is on disk. So that could be kind of cool, like being able to organize things a little bit more. And this one I really like. You get to see your conversations, which hopefully there's nothing in here that's embarrassing. Oh, what is small web?
What's the details on that one? What is small web?
This is what this is a list of all my conversations. If you expand it, you see how big the conversation is on disk, if it has any artifacts, how big they are, and just some meta information about the conversation itself. The conversation storage broken down by what's in there. Like this one is use the browser to do research. So the browser state that's persisted in the conversation takes up that much kilobytes. This one had no artifacts. And then you can add it to a project with it, the conversation and its artifacts. So it's an interesting concept for the future.
It's an interesting
I'm iterating on it because I like the concept of being able to create projects and sort of collect collections of things in them and organize them in that way and be able to just kind of keep track of what all's in the computer. And then there's like a folder list. Oh yeah, this is another thing that's cool. You can
hold on 1 second. What did you break?
Omnideck.
Brooke is QAing Omnideck and she's broken it. How did you break it?
It's saying the quote over and over and over again.
What you do?
I know.
It's stuck on a loop.
It's saying the word "the" over and over and over again.
Oh, and a whole bunch of other fun stuff.
Yeah, a lot of quotation marks.
Is that a?
Oh, it finally stopped.
Well, I just hit stop.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Which model are you using?
I think we're using 10-cent HY3. I was experimenting with that.
It's when I started asking about spreadsheets.
Sometimes the model itself just goes a little nuts and starts to repeat.
It's doing great for a long time.
I don't think you should ask it about spreadsheets, especially because we don't have any spreadsheets hooked up to it.
Oh, okay. I was just asking about them in general.
You just wanted to learn about well, with the new custom apps feature, you can build yourself a spreadsheet.
Ooh.
You'll be able to watch this YouTube video.
Yeah, there's some Chinese in there. And then it really freaked out. Yes, it freaked out. Okay, so this is what's cool. So I was experimenting with the 10-cent, right? Well, now I can easily change it. And I'll just switch it to Quen.
Do a different one.
We'll say here. We'll save.
I can confuse it.
Nope. And we'll jump back in and say, try again.
Try again. Classic. Try again.
So terse.
We need a
But be friendly to it.
Oh yeah, see? Now it's fine.
Oh, and they'd even recognize that it
was
did
garbled.
do stuff.
Thanks for beta testing.
Yeah. And you're on our
Our
community,
product.
by the way.
Oh shoot, am I?
Yeah, it's okay. You're part of the community because you're using Omnideck.
You're one of our first users, so you'll get it once we get a t-shirts and stuff. We'll send you one.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I will wear it.
something like that. A hat, maybe a hoodie, backpack.
hoodie.
Yeah, I probably need a
Nice.
hoodie more up here.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
As you're going through them all. I just got berries all over my last one. I shouldn't.
Well, because what were you doing?
I was making jam. We
So-
went berry picking.
We just got a new hoodie at the Toad the Wet Sprocket concert, and so Brooke wore it and decided that was when she was going to make jam, was wearing the new hoodie.
And I
Hopefully it
was
was
like
black.
pounding
No.
the jam.
It was like a light blue. Splatters, looks like blood's on it. It's
No, that's
fantastic.
perfect.
Yeah.
It just needed some color.
That's fun.
So Brooke is working on an assistant for her business.
Hmm.
And then we already updated to custom apps. We're going to see about making like a dashboard. We'll hook it up to Google Workspaces to check email and check documents and search for things. So we're building on that. Couple of things. One, was it better after you told it to change the agent.md?
Yeah, I changed his personality a little bit.
So it was.
Although now it's gotten really verbose.
Hmm.
It was like walking. I was asking it about looking up a chain of title for a property, and it literally went through like every button it pressed on every website,
Oh, really?
which was kind of fascinating because I struggled through that, and I know what it was trying
That's
to
kind of
do.
interesting, actually. Huh.
Yeah,
So we still got to tune it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to stop though.
But one of the issues was that agent profile did not have code, and so it couldn't write to files.
Oh, yeah. I know.
So first off, I think we should probably separate code from file writing.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Totally.
But then I added it, which was okay. But just the fact that it came up and said, do you want me to write the file to disk or do you want to do it manually? And Brooke was like, I don't know. So for a less technical user who's still learning it,
yeah.
stuff like that. And then
As
of
soon
course,
as I told it to be less technical, it stopped doing all that.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. It
It
listened.
was doing all sorts of weird stuff.
is
I
it
didn't understand.
still showing you the terminal
Yeah.
output? Okay.
So I stopped all that as soon as I said less technical.
Oh, it's not showing you terminal? That's interesting.
It was, and I was like, oh man, that's going to freak people out. But we should probably be mindful of
You're going to be on
Yeah.
camera.
That freaks me out.
who's not on camera.
Well, Kelly was coming in to put something in the office. I told her she was going to be on camera and she took off.
No, tell Kelly to come say hi to Brooke.
I don't think she wants to be on the camera.
Oh man.
Am I on the camera?
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, you're on the recording. You're going on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. There's going to be 3 people that watch this.
Okay.
Oh,
2 of them are going to be me, Larry for
Larry.
2 seconds, and then a third person who's going to stumble across this in about 3 years.
yeah, that's true.
And this is for you, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. We'll get. I put I did a clip. I shared a clip of our last community meeting. I just
On YouTube?
Yeah, I just like shared the mark, like where where it was interesting. At
Got
first, I tried to do that and I messed it up and I shared the whole video because I don't know how to use the internet. I'm like, I've been using computers and doing like software for like over 20 years, and I'm like a boomer when it comes to.
You just
Sharing
share
on the
on YouTube and
Yeah,
you
I
just
can
check the
relate.
box that says to start at this point.
It wasn't very intuitive. It was like kind of way up here. Didn't say a lot.
Okay, we'll see you, love.
See you
Bye.
later.
Sorry, it's
Bye.
getting boring.
Yeah, it's getting boring.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So Larry, I got something for you.
What's up?
This is another one of those game changers.
Okay.
I think you'll like it, but we'll see. So this is what I was thinking. What if on Omnideck, and I should probably kind of show you what I mean.
Yeah.
I unfortunately don't have I wonder if I can do this. Okay. There, see my screen?
I do.
Okay, so this is what I was thinking. Right now, we have the Omnideck UI. Of course, you can collapse it down, which is lovely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the custom apps, and you can make one a home, which shows up here. Super cool. But what if we actually added a What if the Omnideck UI, as we know it today, is just another custom app? And there is a panel stuck here on the side, which is collapsed down by default, but you can open, so you would have two panels here.
Mm.
And it shows like the Omnideck chat.
Mm.
And there would be whatever the default dashboard app that we start with is dashboard. And then there's a plus.
Mm.
And when you click on plus, it opens this and tells you, hey, you can make your own custom app. And then every time you make a custom app, you can, I would say by default, it shows up there, but you could have it not show up as well if you wanted not to, but maybe you would pin it or something and it would show up there.
Mm.
So that basically the guts of what we're doing is what we were talking about earlier about swapping out, making the UI a separate thing.
Mm.
If we consider that train of thought, the credentials broker, the integrations, the agent profiles, the routines, artifacts, file system, OS, the Python harness, multi-agent system, basically, you know, all the stuff that you built into the custom apps, preliminary SDK, you know, all of those things. That is the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And this UI is simply the default UI outside of whatever dashboard or whatever we create. But the intention is that you're going to create your whatever agents you want. You're going to have your stored prompts. You're going to have your artifacts. You're going to have your routines, workflows, all those things. But you're going to have whatever. That's just like the plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have whatever apps you're creating to do the stuff you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's the idea.
Sure.
What do you think about that?
I'm open to it. We can get there. At the.
What do you think about it as an approach?
Well, I don't know. I mean, opening the app now, and I mean, if everything, are you saying everything that is in it now would just be a custom app or whatever we call it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be something kind of like this. If I do, just going to kind of cheat a little bit. Style.
He's hacking. Fonzie.
Fonzie.
Like Fonzarelli.
Yes. Hey.
There you go.
That didn't work. Why didn't it work?
Mm.
It doesn't matter. But you see what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this. Let's see if I can find a. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
that's going to do it for both of them, isn't it? So we're going to do it right here. We're going to say background equals something we can see easily, like
editable.
Okay. There we go.
Nice.
So basically, this is the idea: is that this outer ribbon would have probably larger icons. It would be otherwise also a little visually distinct and would be ever present. No matter where you went in the Omnideck world, that is there.
Mm-hmm.
And each one of these is a separate app. And this is, it's not going to let me do it now.
Mm.
There it is. Okay. This is the chat app. So you might have one above this that's dashboard and then chat, and you have like IDE, you know, we could pre-seed it with a few, and then you could delete them if you don't want them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then inside of this window is where you have whatever you want. Like we have the default stuff that we provide, which lets you do most of what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the idea is it's like an operating system. You have different apps, but just you're creating most of them.
Yeah.
Then you take the idea that you already had, which is you have, and I've done this with small web, you have open source repos, closed source repos, whatever, of apps. And you can install them by simply cloning the repo.
Mhm.
And you can have a routine, you have some settings or something where it periodically checks for updates,
Yeah.
or you could manually do it.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden we have something very interesting. We have an agent profile library. We have an app library, and those apps could even be things that already exist in open source right now. You just have to have the right runtime for it. But you could basically, anything that's a web app, you could put in here, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So you can add open source things that are already out there. And if you think about it from a business perspective, I still want some type of knowledge base system,
Mhm.
wiki and ChromaDB, whatever, vector search, yada, yada, yada. But now think about this. I could have something like that, and I could have an internal app at work, and someone is managing that. Doesn't matter who. And I clone it from our company repo, pull it in. I connect and integrate with my integrations and OAuth to all the places to get the data I need to get access to. And then whenever there's an update or they make something or they improve it, I just pull down the fixes. And I'm good to go. So now that's a way to share those apps locally, but without having to host them somewhere.
Mhm.
Same thing with files. I could have a repo that I have my wiki in, or I have a shared context graph or a shared knowledge base, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
And I could even contribute to that by making Omnideck periodically pull it down. And if there's a conflict, help me clean it up and commit, push it back up. So now we have share, and I can be doing that on a folder tree, on an individual folder. I can have multiple next to each other. So I can be part of the sales one. I could be part of the engineering one. I could be part of the marketing one. I could be part of whatever.
Yep.
But it's still all decentralized.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is that right now that is totally 100% doable. It's a little clunky, but it's doable. And if we ever decide to do a platform, it has a lot of opportunity there to streamline. It doesn't mean that you can't do those things. It just makes it easier.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the pattern that I really like, is you can do anything you want. We're not going to stop you. But obviously there's certain things from a central server perspective that we could help an organization manage. But that's kind of what I was thinking, that now Omnideck is the framework. It comes pre-baked with a couple of custom apps, and then there's a library of them out there. You just pick one you want.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the direction for custom apps. That's the idea all along, is you can just, I mean, it's just a folder with a particular structure and a manifest file, that JSON file. You could clone that IDE that I built right now, that I have in my personal repo. You just tell Omnideck to clone it down and put it in the right place. It'd work for you immediately.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, long term, being able to make it easier to package up custom apps, 100% on the roadmap, in my opinion. But I think there's a lot of work to be done to make custom apps have more rails to be built on. Right now, you can make it do some cool stuff, but there's not, I mean, there's some guardrails, but not a whole lot. Like, for example, if you wanted to get a custom app to integrate with integrations, you're going to have to tell it, figure out how to call the broker. There's no built-in SDK library, right?
Yeah.
So that's the kind of stuff that I want to layer on top of it now. But then once we have all that, yeah, I mean, Omnideck can just become a custom app itself or whatever.
Well, the chat, right? The chat becomes the custom app.
Yeah, chat becomes a custom app.
In fact, now that I'm thinking of it, you could actually, and I'm going to go ahead and you've got this idea, so I'm just going to refresh.
Yeah.
I could actually see a world where these things
Mm,
would actually be in that outside piece.
mm,
Do you know what I'm saying?
mm.
Like you would have up at the top, you would have whatever your apps were.
Yeah.
And then underneath it here, you have like your, I don't know, your functional bits,
Mhm,
agents, apps,
Mhm.
routines, workflows, like how
mhm,
you configure and manage your system. But the
Mhm.
apps themselves could be up in the
Yeah.
top. And I click on chat. And when I click on chat, this stuff, like
Yeah.
these things don't show up here, just new chat, search, pin, folder,
Mhm,
archive,
mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then these things as well, like these guys, the settings and the light mode, dark mode, that would also be in the outside
Mhm.
controller.
It's interesting. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I think it could evolve in that direction. I think we should spend some more time hardening custom apps. I think you should build a bunch of them
Oh, don't worry about that.
and just
I'm on
see how that goes. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to provide, like, the way I think about it is there's like Omnideck as you call it a platform, which makes a lot of sense. Omnideck as a platform has these foundational capabilities like chatting with an agent,
Mhm.
emitting, creating artifacts, and like basically letting you know an artifact was created. Whatever
Writing
else,
files, reading files, sub
yeah,
agents,
all the tools, all
managing
that
context.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then so like then right now everything's like built on top of that, but I could make that more like a SDK.
Yeah.
For the custom apps, and you teach the agent how to use the SDK, and then it can leverage all those things. So you could build chat into the app, right? That's, to me, the ultimate like goal is like everywhere you are inside the app, you can be talking to one of your agents, having it help you do whatever, like right there inside the ID, like I showed you in the custom app. That's like,
Mhm.
kind of the idea, but in a better user experience, more embedded. So
I
yeah,
didn't lose, did I? Okay.
I'm here.
I just did something that I hadn't done before, so I didn't know if that was going to mess it up. Hold on one sec. Let me show you this thing. I think it was here. Oh no, wait. What's this? I don't think it was in this one. Let me try in this one. So I'm looking at something that I'd mocked up before and trying to see if it was kind of weird. No, I didn't do that either. So basically I had something kind of mocked up that's similar to this idea. I don't have it with me, but it was the idea of having those apps on the side. It wasn't exactly this, but I think it worked out really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm open
And
for some options. You want to throw some mock-ups at me? Some different ideas? We can keep iterating on it.
yeah, I think what we already have now is solid because we've got the IDE, the project. We need an actual dashboard, but that's fine.
Yeah.
The chat.
Yeah.
What else did you have? You had the game.
I had, let me open where'd my Omnideck go? That was on the other tab. The apps that I've built so far, the IDE. Oh, I built a task editor because, well, it's actually, so right now routines are, I would call them early access. There's no way to like edit them manually, right? So I built a custom app to let me do that because I wanted to edit my tasks. So
But see, that's the thing, right? Like we can provide these basic tools out of the box.
Yeah.
But then you can always change them however you want.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the powerful thing, right?
Yeah, totally.
And the next step is sharing those with other people.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's why I like the idea of kind of standardizing on a stack, a tech stack for these apps that is specifically optimized for these types of apps, things that are not like, you don't need world-class multi-tenant scalable security, right?
Yeah.
You need something that's lean, that's efficient.
Yeah.
You need something that is going to run as few resources as possible, gives you all the flexibility you want, but is, you don't need React because you're not building anything complex enough. Like, you shouldn't really be building anything that complex. And if you need to build something that complex, then just use React.
Yeah.
Right.
You never will need to use React anymore. Like,
I
literally,
don't think so.
You just use basic web technologies. Because I'm not building it by hand. I'd built none of these things by hand.
Yeah.
I said, here's the skill on how to build custom apps. Now this is what I want. Build it, right? And like iterate on it. I'm not going to build any of that by hand. It would have taken me weeks to get that IDE that I got in and out.
Oh goodness, no question. No, there's, that's.
But
I thought you were just grabbed something off the shelf. I didn't know that you'd actually built it. That's kind of ridiculous.
I built it as a strong.
Well,
but yeah, I get
that you had it. You had it built by your coding agent.
I had the idea. Yeah. I directed. But yeah, no, I mean,
if you think about the workflow that we currently have, right? Like, I typically, for coding, when I'm using AI, I'll typically use like Claude Code or Codex, something in the CLI.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be in the CLI.
No.
It's just that I need to be close to the code. And then I'll have another tab, that's terminal, which is where I'll do, like, I might do some spot checks. I'll do git commands. I might run the preview or the lints or the testing.
Yep.
And then I'll have a third window, which is usually just a VS Code, some type of IDE, when I'm going in and actually changing files.
Right.
That entire workflow exists here.
Oh, you can you can go to my repo that I shared with you earlier. You could tell Omnideck, download that skill and import it.
Yep.
Then tell Omnideck to git clone that in the right place, and you'll have it in about 5 minutes.
Oh, no, I have it on my laptop. I already grabbed it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it works. It's great.
This is like, to me, like, this is what I'm going to post on X, because I'm a major X poster now.
Okay,
good.
Professional.
But basically, like, killed two birds with one stone, because I think this is now, like, we've been calling it an AI workbench. Now it really is an AI workbench. This is what I think of when I think AI workbench. You can literally build whatever you want now. And it's like right there with all the rest of your stuff, all your files, your folders, and then you can build your little project management tool. It's like different people like to do things in different ways. Like, I personally don't care about structure as much. I just like let the agent kind of do what it wants, and then I worry about the outcome. But some people like more structure. They want to be able to like keep track of things and put them together. You can have it your way. And you use the workbench to build it. So that's one bird. And the second bird is now Omnideck is like a legitimate agent coding harness. It was before. It has like good coding tools, right?
The tools were there, but your ability to access and use them was constrained.
Yeah, you couldn't like.
Now we've removed a major blocker.
Exactly. Yeah. Now you can like collaborate with the AI. You can review the code. You can look at the Git diffs. It's like, now I can use it to code.
So I think we should probably start building out some workflows, probably using GitHub. So it's things like, set up a queue of tickets to work on, and for each one, follow this process: create a branch, merge from main, go through the ticket, do the changes. Once you have that done, commit that to that branch, then spawn a code reviewer, have the code reviewer take a look at it, give feedback, go back and forth a couple of times until you've got it, then put it in ready for manual review mode. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
We could probably start building even faster than we can plan.
For sure. Yeah. That's a problem. I already have like 4 or 5 different like major things going on at once.
Yeah.
Like, I'm refactoring a lot of the code. I've been putting it off. The front end is like needs to be refactored. The browser tools have refactored.
So think about this though. If we start to, as you're doing that, if we start to decouple these things, now all of this stuff that's tied together, the chat becomes its own app.
Yeah.
It is completely and totally separate. And then what we currently call the UI is actually more like a Chrome.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a sidebar.
Yep.
With rules about how things work.
Yep.
With modals and styles and all that stuff. And then some of those things, like even the agent stuff, we got to have that. But those could start to, I don't think I'd necessarily call those a separate app yet. I'd probably keep them part of that parent for now.
Yeah.
But the second you pull out chat and can make that work with artifacts and the sidebar and the browser, you can do that with every single custom app after that. That's your SDK.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Right?
I think we're headed in that direction, because that's kind of the direction that, I think as we build and harden custom apps, it'll naturally go in that direction. Imagine how cool this would be. Imagine custom apps can talk to each other.
Yeah.
Imagine you have 4 custom apps in a grid mode and they're like message busing each other.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that we can easily add. I mean, the world's we can do anything. So I think I agree. Like, the back end is becoming more of an API.
Yeah.
Chat is already an API, but I need to clean it up. That's the oldest thing in the code probably, is the chat.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, if part of your refactoring is to pull out the chat as an app that sits on top of the contract and the interface with the back end. Anything could use it and implement it. It would just have to follow the same contract and back end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like SDK gets chat goes into the SDK.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, totally.
And then every other app simply uses the same interface. The same ways to do stuff.
Yep.
So
be pretty cool.
I think I've talked myself into it. I'm going to strongly suggest that we do that. That we pull out chat as an actual custom app that's included by default. That you can then even fork or replace, right? Like you could use whatever it is. What is it? Open Web UI or something? Like, you could use whatever you wanted, right? And then what I will do is, like you suggested, I will start to really build a couple of custom apps on top of what you have, get feedback on things that make sense or don't, and we can start to move in parallel tracks towards having a more standardized kind of package for applications that fill the 90%, right? Like, that 10% is always going to be 100% custom. You want to do Ruby on Rails with your own custom database, and you want to have a little PHP runner that is doing some kind of crazy thing because you have some code from 2004. Fine, you do you, buddy.
Yeah, you can do that though, probably, if you can get access to the guts of the system, which you can if you really want to.
But then when Brooke comes in and as a non-technical prosumer, and says, I need a dashboard and I need it to show me my active deals, and I need to see what stage they're in, and I need to see what's red, what are the timelines. I want a calendar synced to my Google Calendar. I want to check emails. I want to do this. I don't like that. Move it over here. Change this to that. All that stuff.
Yeah. I'm definitely building it for the Brooks of the world. I mean, for myself too, but I like to make it easy for people just to use it, and then I can kind of do whatever the hell I want because I know how it all works in the background.
Exactly. Okay, we're getting pretty close on time here, so I want to switch gears to something we ran into with the Slack thing. Okay, yeah, there we go. Allow this. And I went ahead and created a very detailed ticket. And I went through multiple rounds of revisions on this to really kind of work through and make sure it was at least a good approach.
Okay.
But the TLDR is that I think what we need is we need a way of, and I think it should probably be integrations, but it just needs to be as part of the broker system. A way to, we need MCP, but a way to add just just variables, key value with secrets, and then you can do what you want with those. Like,
I agree.
In theory, we shouldn't even necessarily need any of these. If we had a credentials broker that allowed me to do key value pairs and lock them down and have a way to like securely and the agent never sees it, they never can access it, it's just injected as stream. I could build any of these, right?
Yeah, that's true. Pretty much. I mean, you need the tools, but
yeah.
On the other hand, you know, most agents can use most CLIs with no problem. So I agree. I saw this. Yeah, I mean, I'm 100% want this too. I have thought about it a couple times and asked my agents about it a couple times, and the part that seemed challenging was like somehow, because you don't want the credentials to leave the broker.
Correct.
Because otherwise the agent can get them. They can be exfiltrated.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so that was the part I wasn't. So I didn't get a chance to read all this through, but if you've cracked that code, then that is the key, basically.
Well, let's ask. Okay. Look at this proposal for Omnideck. How does this keep the variables? Yeah, that would definitely be the hard part. But you saw what I was able to do with the with my Osprey bot. That was pretty rad, right?
Very rad. Yeah, it was nice in real time. Totally, man. I think if we can figure out how to get some system where it can, I mean, it has to call the CLI, whatever CLI tool it is, and that CLI tool normally needs environment variables available.
That
somehow
would be the hard
it has to call them in the broker. It's just I haven't quite figured that part out yet, though. But I'm sure it's not that hard.
So they're encrypted at rest. They're never written to disk after encryption. The values are not present in the tool registry. They're not in the server logs. Per session isolation versus via context bar. And then there's a deny list, so you can't override important ones.
Nice.
But what it does not is you would be able to still get them from the CLI if you really wanted to.
Yeah. So that's the thing I go back and forth on is like, because you could create a token with limited scopes and then you can revoke it pretty easily. So it's like, I don't know, like I want to build it to where it's super secure for people, but I kind of am the person who will YOLO my tokens into the
I mean, obviously I am too.
So I don't know.
So here's some actual ideas. Instead of injecting secrets into the sub-process env, run a local broker that holds them, exposes an API on localhost. Broker attaches the secret headings before forwarding to the real API.
That's what the API broker already does.
Yeah, so I was going to say that's not going to work for my case with the Slack bridge.
I think what you could, interesting, maybe you could have the broker is the one that can call the CLI tools, and you just have to create some kind of like, you know, basically the way the broker stuff works right now is it just has like a protocol it sends to it. I don't know. Anyway, I think there's something to that. What were the other options?
Right here, secrets manager CLI wrapper.
There we go.
wrap tool execution, so the secret dependent commands are rewritten to source secrets from a short-lived secrets manager at execution time.
Interesting. I like that.
Accept the exposure.
Add guardrails. I mean, accept the exposure is a valid option.
It is, but I don't like it.
You know, like you can create limited scope tokens. You can.
I don't like that.
Accept the
at all.
exposure.
No, because and I'll tell you why. So I'm going to add. Oh, I have to sign in for this. I'll share it otherwise. The problem is that accepting the exposure is valid if the person accepting the risk understands those risks.
No, I agree. That's what
and
I'm
they
saying.
understand how to mitigate those risks, and they're okay with revoking and redoing, and they're going to keep an eye on it. But if you think about it, this actually takes on a whole other level, because now, actually, I haven't thought about this till right this second. Now that we have custom apps, number one, I can fork someone's repo and I can update it periodically, and that person either could be malicious,
yes,
or they could get their repo hacked.
Yes.
And you look at things like every single, NPM, and it's even happened to Go a few times, Python as well. They've had their upstream libraries poisoned.
Yep.
And that happens. And the thing that those attackers are usually doing is looking for exactly that. They're looking for environment variables.
Yeah. No, I agree.
They cannot be exposed. They absolutely cannot be exposed.
I agree. I mean, that is the whole point of custom integrations, and that's how I have all my stuff set up in Omnideck, is using integration. So for my Git integration, I'm using Omnideck uses the GitHub's API through the API integration. So my credentials are not in Omnideck for that.
Yeah.
Right. And I think I agree. Like, they just shouldn't. There's no reason for them to be. We can come up with a way to make it to where they don't. I think
that wrapper idea is a good one.
I think the wrapper idea is the way to go. There's something to it. It's like somehow you call the CLI, but it really calls the broker wrapper, which actually invokes the CLI with the credentials in its own scopes.
Yeah.
And then just
vote back. The thing that I thought worked out well for this, which we can keep some of this, is when you create a new, when you create a new environment variable, a variable, just call it system variable, a key value pair, right? You can optionally say what the working path is. So if you have nothing, it's global. If you set a working path, a specific, then you can actually lock it down to a specific application. And in fact, I could see a place you take it one step further, where you have global, you have locked to a specific file, and then you have locked to a specific application, one or more. And you check the applications you want to have access to that. Yeah. And they just know how to get that secure.
Like this. Yeah. So there'd be one, call it CLI broker. You add all your environment variables into it, but you can lock them down to particular commands, like GH for GitHub, right? Or CCI for Circle CI, right? Oh, you know what? I think we could do this. Like, we could add a tool that the agent has access to. The tool is called call CLI. And it literally, instead of calling the CLI with the string, it would write and execute as a command line. It just puts that into the tool call as the string the tool call accepts.
I mean, you could call it broker CLI.
The broker just takes that string and executes it, but the broker has the credentials in its process. So I think it would be almost dead simple to do that. I'm pretty sure the agent can do that.
Still gets, it's still going to get added to memory. It's still going to be a process that's running that you could start or stop or end. You would just have to send a command to the broker to stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, or to restart it or to start it again. Because I'm thinking about that Slack bridge, because I think it's a perfect example, because that's not really going to work with an API.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you have to do for that to work?
If
you have time. I'm curious.
I did. Oh, did I not push? I don't think I pushed the blog up yet. But I can do it like this. Hold on, I can find it.
Nice.
The problem is I'm not logged in this because I'm using a different browser. Because that's the one that I pulled up. I should probably just switch over, but I'm just going to be lazy. It's fine. If I switch to my, nope, wrong one. Sorry, site. And I switch to drafts. I have a draft of that in here, which was which one? No, draft. Wow, here we go. No, that's not it either. Goodness gracious sakes alive.
Where did it go?
Gist.github.com/r. I know where it is. I can put my hands on it. Okay, here we go. So this is it. All it is a Python file, and it runs this bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And in here, you have these variables that you need.
Interesting.
And it's going to get it from the environment.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool.
If I created a broker environment variable, and I told it to, when it does Broker CLI, to run this Python script, it's running in the broker space. When it asks for this variable, it will get it.
It'll get it. But the agent
never.
Here's another even interesting idea.
Yeah.
What if there was a broker that let you run a custom app like you just showed here? Like you could have a broker where when you run the broker, it runs some app that you provide, because the broker can run when the app starts, it starts up all the brokers for the integrations you have set up. So you could go in and say, hey, I want a custom broker. I don't know what the hell you'd call it, but let's say it's custom broker, and here's the code that you should run. And so it'll start this up and it'll start listening. And then your agent can call it and it can be the middleman or whatever. It's an interesting idea there too.
It is definitely, I'm struggling to see a valid use case, but I'm sure we will find one. I feel very confident we'll find an example of where that's a great idea.
There's many.
But right now, what we just talked about, having a wrapper and having the broker run everything and store everything, seems pretty darn straightforward to me.
Me too. I think
because then it's just the broker user that's running it.
Solves the problem that I have is, like, I don't think calling the GitHub API, the REST API, is super efficient for the agent. I don't know the details because I let it do its thing, but I don't think it's easy for it to like create a, push a commit and open a PR or efficient. Maybe it is. I could be wrong.
Why would you think that? Like,
I don't know. It just,
I mean, I never used the GitHub CLI personally.
Because I think because the way it has to do it has to like, basically it has to build what's going to be in the commit in its context to be able to call the HTTP API, the REST API. So it's probably like taking up a lot of tokens to build that. Whereas if it was just calling a bunch of CLI commands, it doesn't have to like put all that in its context.
GH was just a CLI command.
Yeah, but I'm not using GH. I'm using the REST API.
Oh.
So it has to like call the REST API. So if it has to like upload a file, it has to like put all that in its context. It'll literally write out the API.
I should probably just use GH.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
100%. So this is a problem.
But then how do you? Okay, so this takes it to the next step though, because now you're talking. Let's first off, you're either going to have to auth with your GitHub credentials, which you could do, or you're going to want to have an SSH key.
That's where this
I would rather have
broker thing comes in.
That's what I'm saying. Like the broker would own the SSH key.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would never be available to. Would that be possible to isolate that from the agent?
Yeah,
it's a file on disk.
Yeah, we can come up with a way. I'm sure there's a way to do it.
I mean, it could just be stored in memory.
For one thing, the broker has its own user, so it's going to have its own home directory. And Omnideck
Right.
cannot read its home directory because they're different users with different
You're right.
Linux isolations. So I'm pretty sure it could do that. And you could probably also just put an SSH key as an environment variable or something, I bet.
So that would be cool because then the regular agents could still clone a public directory, a public repo, and could still pull, right? Just like they could do a get request from an API, but they wouldn't be able to push, and they wouldn't be able to do PRs or merge or anything like that. You would have to take the next step, which would be a power user, a dev.
Yeah.
I mean, it could do it, but in order to stay safe, you would want to have a way to manage that.
Yeah.
With the broker.
Exactly. Yeah. I want the broker to have either the SSH key or the
we could actually take it. So when you create an SSH key, you create the public and the private, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you give out the private one.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, the public one.
Mm-hmm.
You give out the public one, which is then checked against your private, and that's how it works.
Yep.
Here we could have the broker create the SSH key, and it can provide the public one to anyone, including the agent, the AI. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But because only when you do the broker request, the only problem there is you'd have to do RBAC around making sure that the agent actually was authorized to use that integration or that secret or that SSH, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, there are. Yeah, I mean, once you add an integration, you kind of all the agents can access it right now. You can make them read only. I don't know how many integrations you've used, but you can make read. So read only for HTTP API integration basically means you can do GET requests and head requests. No,
but
you do post.
But I could also see how, for not too far down the road, you would want to be able to just restrict it.
Yeah, to an agent.
This agent has permission to use this integration or this thing because I gave it permission.
Yeah, I agree.
But we don't have to solve that problem today.
Yeah. Once we have more than 3 users, me, you, and Brooke.
I think we got a couple out there.
With custom apps, I think people might be a little more interested.
I agree.
I think it's going to be a hit. So once we get done here, I'm going to clip out that demo portion into an X post, and once you upload this to YouTube anyway.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and do it. It's fine.
Yeah. Can I upload this to YouTube? This video?
I mean, you won't have the video. I will, but I can do it.
Well, once you do it.
Okay.
I'll clip that part. I think people will be interested. Custom apps. I'm going to clip out some browser demos. I still don't think people have seen the browser in action.
I agree.
That was my favorite feature until custom apps. Now I'm like enamored. I just want to build custom apps.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to build stuff.
Everybody wants to build. And now you can. Everybody can.
Everybody can. It's getting better and better every day.
Interesting time to be alive. Just do it. You can build whatever you want.
But I mean, if you think about it, the 2 biggest problems with building your own apps, one is all of the hoops you kind of have to jump through. Like I got to install Claude Code or whatever. And then I got to go and I got to figure out how to do it. And even if I do all that and I can run it, if I can run on my local, that's already a lot of big steps we're knocking out, right? But then the other big step is I want to be able to share it with other people.
Yeah.
You got to have a server for that, or I'm going to cut and paste the files and you're going to have to figure out how to run it. Yep. This actually makes that easier because all you got to do is just pull down the repo.
Yep.
Here's a link to this app.
Yeah.
Install this app, which is basically git clone.
Yeah, git clone. Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
So
yeah, man, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna get better and better.
One other thing, and then I'll let you go. I'm thinking that there could be another way here. Like right now, I created this Slack bridge as a Python script, right?
Yep.
And it just runs.
Yep.
In theory, I could have just made this as a custom app.
Yep.
And it could have like a really lightweight UI.
Yep, that's true.
Which gives me some status indicators and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But if I did that, I could also have a settings thing in my custom app.
Yep.
That lets me add the Slack stuff.
Yep.
Which is then saved and encrypted.
Yep. For sure.
That would be more secure than what it is now. But it would still be potentially accessible to an agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it could always just go and try and.
Yeah. I need to
Well,
broker.
would it be? Would it be though? I mean, if you can, yeah, it would be some way or another. It would be. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. Kelly's feeding the cat. My office is where the cat eats as well.
That's just fun times.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's good for now. I think if we get get custom apps, we'll keep playing with it. I think the broker wrapper will go a long way. Because then we can make these kind of like little tools that aren't even necessarily custom apps, but they're let you build your own integrations even.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the broker wrapper would be pretty big.
Okay. Well, I'll do a blog post tomorrow on the updates. I'll upload this video, and I think we'll be good.
All right. Very good.
Okay. Hang on for a second after the recording.
What's that? Oh, after. Okay, sure.